fouled yet. You'll see nobody signaling for a timeout here as Sue Bird dribbles it up the floor, communicating with Noelle Quinn. Nobody calls timeout, and then the officials blow the whistle. Once the inadvertent whistle happened, then Seattle decided to call a timeout. But now you would think Washington knows, hey, we're going to foul right away.
And also the play that they drew up was for the front court on that side of the floor, but the ball is back here in the back court, so that changes things up a little as well, Ryan. Washington looking for a steal right away.
And they do have a foul to give. Washington with a foul to give. Seattle had a 15-point lead with 6:28 to go in the fourth, but Washington has outscored them 22-8 since. If Seattle wins this game, they have the season series against Washington. Should Washington win it, then tomorrow's game would be for the season series. These teams right now, both 18-11. Seattle, because of winning the first meeting, has the slight edge in the standings as the 4 seed against the 5. Holly, what's going on over there?
They're sorting some things out here at the official scoring table, including the timing of when that timeout was called. Sue Bird can't let it go, though. In the huddle, she continued to lament, that was not a timeout. We did not call timeout. She went back into the circle, and she's yelling at Mike Thibault like, this is so bad right now. She called a timeout for us. She is furious with how the last few seconds of this game are playing out, particularly in a one-point game like this. Huge mistake at the end of this game by the officiating crew.
And instead, at that point, Seattle decided, okay, we just might as well. Talbot to inbound, has to get it in, floats it to Lloyd. Lloyd drops it out of bounds, Washington ball. And now Washington will take a timeout. With possession, down 1. In a game in which they trailed by 15 with 6.5 minutes to go.
Hence the frustration by Sue Bird, because it is not easy or a given that you're going to be able to inbound the ball from the side. Great defense by Washington. Talbot just avoids the 5-second call, but does not avoid the turnover. Wow, what an opportunity here for Washington.
Washington's defense, the work on the interior from Austin, and the three-point shooting down the stretch has given him this opportunity. And you're right, Rebecca, that is a huge mistake from the officials to have an invert whistle with 23 seconds to go in this game.
Because what happens if they don't blow the whistle? Washington has to foul.
Right.
They had to foul Seattle in that situation. There's only a 0.8-second differential at the time between the game and shot clock.
All right, for Washington.
Or you've got long kick for shooters all over. They're probably going to double, all right? Just knock down a shot, all right? You can't get it again. Let's go. Together. 1, 2, 3, together.
Rebecca, does it go into Elena Delle Donne here? Down 1 with 21 seconds to go?
I think you want action involving either Elena Delle Donne or Ariel Atkins or both. And you heard Mike Thibault, you're surrounded by shooters. Every player on the floor for Washington capable of draining from deep, so you have to respect that. You can spread the floor.
Magbegor in January in for defense as Charles and Bird take a seat. Here's Delle Donne, one-on-one with Magbegor. Delle Donne forced it up and off. Stewart the rebound, and Stewart is fouled. Nice defensive stand from Ezi Magbegor against the two-time MVP, Elena Delle Donne. And did they call a foul, or instead did they award a timeout? They awarded a timeout for Seattle, their final timeout.
Yeah, you have to like the call for Washington. Elena Delle Donne going left. She likes to drive left. And then Breanna Stewart right away is begging for the call, begging for the timeout.
Terrific defensive work there from Williams, just helping enough. And Magbegor and Delle Donne unable to finish through some contact there.
And after what happened, I think she would have had to get clobbered for the officials to blow the whistle and let her get to the free throw line.
So now Seattle with a 1-point lead, 14 seconds to go, out of timeouts. And Rebecca, they just struggled with the inbound moments ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be number one, is inbounding the basketball, and then Washington can give it a couple of seconds trying to trap or disrupt before then having to foul.
Washington still has a foul to give. Williams will inbound. Had Lloyd for a moment. Instead, Stewart. And a foul is called. Boy, it looked like Stewart was almost going to touch pass it to Lloyd, who was still in the backcourt. That juggle may have been fortuitous for Stewart, as Washington now is over the limit. And Briann January is going to head back to the bench. She was looking to check in. Gabby Williams will once again trigger in. Williams finds Stewart again. Stewart evades, and foul taken by Delle Donne. Breanna Stewart will go to the line, where she is 5 for 6 today. Stewart, 86.5% on the season, 83.5% in her career. Washington with one timeout remaining, so they will be able to advance this. Two-point game.
Vitally important. We see it all the time in women's basketball, college and pro. Box out. If you're Washington, secure the board.
January in for defense for Bird. Magbegor in for defense for Charles. Huge free throw here from Stewart to make it a three-point game. She has it. 80-77, Seattle in front, and now Washington will spend its final timeout. As Mike Thibault will gather his troops. And you would think with 11.8 to go, Rebecca, and out of timeouts, he's going to be drawing up a three here, down 3.
Yeah, he absolutely was drawing up a 3. So then the question becomes, if you're Seattle, do you foul?
Okay. AC, screen it and go. Ariel going back door, trying to get it in. Back screen, there. Get to the three-point line. We got plenty of time, though. Long time. Let's go. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together.
All right, Rebecca, are you fouling if you're Seattle?
I think I would. I think I would.
It's always an element of trust when it comes to fouling, and it doesn't matter how many coaches you talk to. Everybody has a different philosophy with what time you do it and what situation when you're up 3 in these spots.
Yeah, you obviously have to do it if the players, offensive players, back to the basket are dribbling, because you can't risk fouling in the act of shooting.
Here is Atkins facing up, no foul given. Cloud, a 3 to tie. No, rebound Stewart with 4.9 to go. She is fouled, and that should do it. The Seattle Storm, after leading by 15 and seeing it dwindle down to 1 in this fourth quarter, on the brink of hanging on and securing the season series against Washington, as well as officially clinching a playoff spot.
That was a great look. She got a great look.
And Cloud finishes 0 for 5 from 3 in a game in which she has 10 points and 11 assists. Stewart just needs to make one of these. She does. 4-point game. Stewart hits them both. 5-point Storm lead. Cloud racing up the floor. And that will do it. The Seattle Storm have officially secured a playoff spot, as well as the season series against Washington.